Hey guys, welcome back. It's Prison Architect. I've spent a ton of money, but we're still thankfully making money. And I think today we are ready to bring in some criminally insane prisoners. I think so. I need to change a couple of things here just to make sure all these cells have lights, and then I'm going to copy this design over to the other one. Now, before we actually have this done, I don't necessarily need to wait until this is done to bring in prisoners, but I would like to get them the toilets. So I'm giving them toilets, and I think I'm going to also give them showers as well. These guys have enough stuff on their plate to worry about as far as like their mental stability and stuff. And so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give them the threes right here inside their solitary cells as well. And we'll go ahead and get hot water. There's a thing over here. I think we can probably reach it from this side, but it's possible that this is too far away. We will see. Go straight up like this, like that, like that, like that, and then down like that. That should cover everything. With hot water pipes, these pipes are going to be a lot easier to manage, I think, here. So we'll go like this, and then just straight up like that. And then I can go over. Might be easier, actually, to do that. It'd be less piping if I would have done that with hot water, too, maybe. But whatever, it's fine. I've also got most of the pipes insulated. Not all, but we're getting there, right? Most of these things are done. Just get insulation queued up on this here, too. And that one's done. All of these are done, but they do occasionally miss these tiny spots. So I have to like re-queue them up. Here we go, get all of those done. And I think we're pretty much ready to rock. So we're gonna bring in the criminally insane today. Now, we also have this cell, at least the design of it done. So we're gonna go in to the quick build. And we're gonna get this done too. Looking to me like it's not copying the radiator. That's interesting. Is it not counting the radiator as being in the room, or I guess it's up against the wall. I mean, I figured it counted as an item since it's placed anywhere, but I am apparently going to have to manually place these inside the cells, which is fine. I could probably go ahead and do it like this too. So here, 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 here. And again, these have to have radiators directly in the cells because, much like Season 1 of Prison Architect on this channel, those of you who've been around since the OG days, my second ever Let's Play, Season 1 of this game. Those of you who've been around a while will remember that we made Prison Town. In Prison Town, the philosophy behind it was that every cell was kind of like you'd have like an apartment, right? And that means every cell has direct access to the outside. So there were no cell blocks in the typical sense for in the game. So everything was like these cells where they all faced outside. And that was a fun prison project. I enjoyed that. Must have accidentally clicked his icon, but it is. Now, I'm thinking about redoing this. I'm noticing nobody's using them, and I'm not sure why. I don't really use these very often, so if you know why they're not using them, you can let me know. But we have a lot of visitation that should be happening here, and it's not. There is access to these. Before you say, well, people can't get there, they can. They can get into here, go through this visitor door right here. They can walk all the way down, and they can get in right here. And then there's visitor doors that take them into these areas, right? And they're properly divided, so the prisoners come in on this side, and the visitors come in on this side, and it's very easy. It doesn't matter what regime this is. Prisoners or visitors could still go through here. But for some reason, it just doesn't seem like they're using it. So I'm going to have to take a look. Visitors can clearly get into this area, and they can clearly go through this door, because they already are, which means they can get in where we need them to go, but it just, for some reason, they're not getting in there. So I may need to rethink this. I may need to have visitation somewhere else. Perhaps I'll change this part right here to be visitation, and then these guys could just make their way kind of over into here, but maybe move this a little bit and have this be a door, and it's possible, you know. And I could change this to something else. At the moment, though, I'm tempted to just scrap this entire idea, turn it into a big regular visiting room. Just to test it, actually, would be an interesting idea. Let's take visitation, and we'll make this a visitation room instead, just to see if they use it. We'll place in 2 tables in here. It doesn't have to be... Yeah, it doesn't have to be surrounded by doors and windows or anything, so you can put it right there. And then we can maybe ditch this staff door in favor of just an open space, honestly. And we'll see if they use this at all. I don't know if they will, but we'll try it out. Another thing I maybe could look at is, I guess not logistics, but let's say labor management, but that's not really it either. You know, so like, I don't know, like maybe my regime doesn't account for visitation. Let me check this really quick. If I go to, is it reform? No, transfers, policy. So you guys are allowed visitation. Yeah, you are allowed to have it, and you're allowed to have it for quite a few, like I guess 1 hour a day is what it is. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we increase this to more time. Only allow 1 visitation session of this duration, so it's kind of like, yeah, I was trying to use it as like an incentive, but I don't know. I mean, visitation for an hour seems pretty good, especially with this many booths. Shouldn't need that many. You could also just hit recommended, I suppose, but I was kind of hoping to see that happen, to see that work, but okay. Well, we'll try this one out. See if this changes anything. And if it does, then great. You know, then we'll switch this whole regime here. We'll switch this whole thing to be just one big visitation room, I guess, with scanners and all sorts of things to try to catch them. Okay, so now we need laundry baskets in the laundry room. Now, we're going to place those, but that's the only reason these aren't done is because they need a laundry room. They need baskets. I'm going to wait until there's actually prisoners in here, because the staff tend to, they'll move the baskets around. They'll do that, and for some reason, sometimes it'll move it out of there, and then it won't be a valid room anymore. Now, I need to get the doors on these here, the doors on this here. We have metal detectors coming in and out of the common rooms. So if they come into this area, they have to go through the metal detectors before they leave. So we're going to take and let's set up a common room that's fitting for these guys. I'm going to put like a couple of arcade cabinets right along the side here like this. I'm thinking we probably should incorporate some wall lighting throughout the edges here. Can have some center lighting too, but I think the wall lighting is a pretty good idea for now. Looks like there is actually center lighting already. All right, I've already got center lighting in the room. We don't need this then. Yeah, I deleted the cabinets too, but that's fine. All right, put that there. Then inside this, we'll also do snack machine. We need to let them have their snacks. Maybe a drink machine. They can, you know, purchase drinks or something, I guess, if they like it. Maybe we'll put that on the other side. Say, drinks are over here. We're gonna need drinking fountains. Those should be spread in, at least 2 of them. So 1 there and maybe 1 there. You could also put 1 on the other side too, I guess. Next, inside here, we could put pool tables, large televisions. I think, you know, these guys probably really like to watch television. So we'll put them on the way back here like this. And then I forget how big this influence area is, but I want to say that this is a sufficient size for chairs. It might be only out this far, but I think it goes this far. Tell you what, though, probably better off doing that. And then I want to give them some computer stations, too. Just because, I don't give the prisoners these things enough. So we'll put a few computer stations on the side over here, too. That seems pretty nice. And then Sorry, my watch went off. I had to shut it up. Then I'm thinking some table tennis might be cool, so we can put one like right here. We might do some table football. Foosball would be kind of cool. We could put that one maybe over against the wall over here. Ooh, actually, let's do that. That's right next to the drinking fountain. Let's not do the drinking fountain there. We'll go here with this, and then the tennis table tennis can be there. All right, and then we can place some paintings around here too. That's an okay idea. Just the little decorative things, and then we can of course do the same thing with the other common room as well. We have chess here. We'll put a table and chair there. Maybe we'll do even 2 games of chess. Tell you what, let's move those snack machines. We'll put another game of chess over here in case they want to play. And we'll move the snack machines to be S and move them like right here is fine. Okay. So this gives us a big old wide open common room. I'm feeling like a fan should probably be in here as well. I'd place a radio, but random event. I don't want to deal with it. And I'm going to not put any CCTV cameras in here too, although I could afford to. I do have about, I think, 4 spare slots in that, but it's okay. So we have the recycling bins. I think we're going okay here. How about like indoor plants or anything? Maybe some punching bags? You think they'll use it in here? Punching bags? Might be kind of interesting. I'm gonna give them a couple. See what they do with it. I mean, they're usually punching at phantoms. You know, they're usually like punching the air, and now they can punch an actual bag. Oh, this is what I saw the garden gnome. I totally wanted to place this. Like, I thought it might be funny, but I can't rotate it, so maybe it won't be as funny. I was gonna have a garden gnome positioned outside every single door. Just to have them watch over them, you know? Like, we're watching you through the garden gnome. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like I can rotate this, so I'm gonna go here with it, just to have a garden gnome or somewhere. Maybe in the garden. Yeah, like over here. You can put the garden gnome in. Yeah, like right there. And maybe another one like right here. That's good. Maybe another one over there. I like it. We don't have a whole lot of lightning rod protection, and I think I probably should get a few more. I don't have any like near the helicopter, for example. So I'm gonna place this one, I think probably right around here is a good spot. Yeah, I think probably right here ought to be okay, although it doesn't cover this walkway here. But I feel like I should do at least a little bit. So why don't we place one kind of like here, and then the other one can be here. And that will cover this entire outdoor area over here. And then we can also place one over here, and that will cover this whole area. Yep. And then we have lightning rods throughout this area, so they're protected, but it's kind of limited because we don't have it. Well, okay, they're on the other side of the fence. I think they actually do cover there and there. Yeah. Okay, so this whole area is protected by lightning rods already anyway. So it's mostly over here. I got to protect my electrical. So we'll place one there, and then we'll place one there, and then we'll place one here, let's say. It doesn't have to be precise and perfect. These are, you know, they're somewhat high upfront costs, but they do the job. And it's only one-time cost, so I'm not super worried about it. Okay, I think we're pretty much ready. I need to buy, I think, a whole lot more. I need to hire a whole lot more wardens and stuff, or orderlies, that's what they're called. A whole lot more of these guys, but I think all we need to do is tonight, I guess, when it's not raining and stuff, we're going to have these guys transferred over here. Now, to get them transferred, I've been trying to figure out, like, where do I want this, you know, this bridge to go? Because I think it'd be kind of interesting to have a bridge that goes over top of this. And, because I've never used the bridge before. And so I kind of want to do, like, a steel footbridge. And if I start it kind of like right over here. I was curious if I could... Yeah, it doesn't let me quite do that yet. If I started it maybe over here... No, so it looks like it's going to have to be in a place where there is no... Oh, interesting. So it lets me do this, but not this. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I can do it from exports. This means that I should be able to do it from over here then. So we'll say that right here is where the footbridge starts, and it goes over... Oh, just have to go one more back like this. No? I don't like the way like, it's not the way the posts are, right? It doesn't look good. But this is one way to do it. Yeah, I mean, that does kind of do it. All right. If it lets me do it... Okay, fine. I was trying to figure out if there's a better place, but I just can't quite get happy with it, so we'll do it there. So going over top of this seems to be possible. Looks like it's possible to go over top of the fences, so I'm trying to figure out sort of if there was a way to go from the forestry over, and there is right here. Okay, so we could go from the forestry over too. We'll put another bridge there. And so these guys can choose which bridge they want to take to get over into this area. There's one on this side to get in over here, presumably. And then there's one over here that gets into this area. All right, so we have these steel footbridges that will go over top. And our staff will be able to maneuver that way. So once they get all this stuff built, I need to do more offices like this too, like the our psychologist offices, right? So we'll go quick build. Thought I'd done this already, but I might be just imagining things. I must be imagining things. Either that or it didn't save. Shortly after the last video, I'm pretty sure there was an autosave, which is what I just loaded. But shortly after the last video, my game crashed. It was kind of weird. It doesn't usually happen. I don't normally have crashing problems with Prison Architect anymore. But I'm pretty confident I don't notice anything significant that I didn't get, but, you know, whatever. In any case, let me let them build this. I'm also going to get this common room right here sorted out. So we'll have another one over here, kind of doing mostly a mirror, copy-paste sort of thing. And we'll be right back. Okay, we got the bridge built. Looking pretty good. Cars going underneath it. Trucks, I guess, going underneath it, right? Everyone can walk over top of it. Now, there's a bridge down here, right? Forestry to this area. And then if we cross all the way over here near the main entrance, there's also a bridge. And this one is a much higher traffic bridge. And I've also went ahead and paved this so it looks a little bit better. I also made this tall grass and did this pavement all the way over here too. So just kind of allowing staff to move a little bit faster in this area near the bridges. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing over here too. These guys have a lot of things to do, so they're still plenty busy, but I'm going to kind of give them something like this. There we go. Connect it up to that walkway, and then we'll go ahead and fill in this field grass and stuff. I may put a little door here, but I'm trying to like prevent them from being able to escape that way. So like the more entrance, essentially there's a balance, right? The more convenient I make it for my staff, the more convenient it also is for prisoners. So I have to kind of watch that. Now I'm gonna make this field grass all the way behind these two buildings, and as you can see, there are 2 new buildings. Yeah, this whole thing's gonna be grass in here. So these 2 new buildings are going to represent visitation. There's a lot of prisoners here. They're going to need visitation. We're all going to put it here. We're also going to have a very selective period of time in which Supermax can also have visitation. That can go over here, as well as the death row inmates. They can also have visitation over in these 2 buildings as well. And they can just choose which one they want to go to, but they're all having it at roughly different times. We're going to have a completely different regime for death row, which doesn't really need a regime, but okay. Death row, Supermax, and the criminally insane. But this is going to serve as our visitation building. I may choose to connect these 2 buildings and just keep it as one big one, but I like the idea of separating them only because if I'd like to, and I think I do, I can have maybe like a small area, or essentially I can make it to where like this one is for supermax and death row, and this one is for criminally insane, or vice versa. Can't really do that as well if it's all one building, unless I put a wall between them, and in which case I'm not really gaining any of the charm of having a separate building like this. So I kind of like the way it looks is where I'm going. I did make sure to line up the walls here so y'all can just, not be super triggered, but there's nothing else symmetrical about this whole thing. Like, whatever. I didn't go all the way to the walls. I left gaps, whatever. It's fine. I should have put this fence right here just kidding. All right, so I think we're pretty close. This common room and stuff still needs done, but they'll get on it eventually. I have a slightly different arrangement in this area, just a slightly different assortment of where things are located. And these new solitary cells are being built here as well. So we're going to go in now, and we're going to change up the deployment to start the initial process of moving them over. So to do that, what I'm going to start with first is I'm going to say that this is insane security only. Well, at least I was going to. I thought I clicked this button, but apparently I did not. Click. There we go. We're going to change all this to insane only. Oh, God, I've got to get rid of these guys. You guys are all getting upgraded. Every single one of you. In fact, which one killed him? Is it this guy? Which one of you is legendary? Jesus, they're everywhere. Legendaries everywhere. All right. So Malone, he needs upgraded. He's got 60 years on him now. He needs upgraded to Supermax. So we're going to send him to Supermax Wing. I think this guy here, too. We're going to go ahead and send him to the Supermax Wing as well. And this is going to get these guys on permanent lockdown and moved out of here. So Supermax Wing is right here. It's set up, ready to go. And deployment is all set here, too. Now, this whole area here is marked as staff only. I think what I'm going to do here as sort of a mechanism to help this is we're going to separate this with a lot of different fences. So I'm going to put in a fence, let's say right here. And also, I think... this thing's in the way of my new fence that I want to put in. I'm going to have to move this. You're moving there. There we go. And then we're putting in a fence like this. And then these doors will all be, I think, solitary doors on the fences. Just to delay them even further. Big solitary doors on all the fences. So we'll go ahead and do that. Of course, they need to be manually opened. We wouldn't want to expose regular staff to this particular hazard. Go ahead and do that. And fence there. Let's get that done. Get that done. So we're going to make... Oh, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, holding control. Yep. There we go. This bed is not actually a placed bed. I don't believe it is anyway. Shouldn't be. Install bed. Yeah, so this is just sitting out, waiting to be installed in one of these cells right now. All right, and there's the autosave. Okay, so these buildings need doors, and we're just going to give them doors by putting in, I think, a couple of different... So I want to weigh in from here, and I want to weigh in from here. So I guess we'll go ahead and put in a fence. It'll be like this. And like this. And then on this side, we'll do the same thing on the near side. So we'll come up and go like this. Yep. And then these will just be guard gates, which will only be openable by guards. And so this is how they get into this area, right? And we have some staff doors in the middle area, but this is still going to take them a lot longer to get around, right? The trick is if it's a faster speed, like right here, we want it to just be a little bit harder to get out. All right, so we got all that done. We should have prisoners starting to get moved over because we have cells that are specific to them now. So I should see the Supermax prisoners getting moved over any second now, I would hope anyway. Alone. What's going on with him? I mean, he's just an ass. That's what he is. He's just such a Such a jerk. I think he's in permanent lockdown. Which is good. I want him to be permanent lockdown, but I also want him to be over here too. See what cells they end up putting them in. So now we've got that done. We're going to go ahead and make this death row. And this death row. And this death row. And then the parole rooms are going to be a custom sector. We're going to say that criminally insane, death row, protective no, supermax. That's what these two are. Okay. So that's where these two rooms are going to be, and they'll have, you know, all day we'll have parole meetings and stuff. So, but this is where those two are going to get on and do their thing. Now, how does criminally insane get to the parole room? That is a good question. I could allow them access through here, maybe allow them to walk around through here to get there, or I just set up additional parole rooms specifically for them, which honestly seems like a better idea because I don't really want them in here. We could get away with, I guess, tapping into this outside area, right? We could do one right here, maybe a couple parole rooms around the outside here and here. That's doable. That'll work. Let's go ahead and get deployment. I want insane there. All of this through here, all through this. All of this stuff is insane. Insanity. All these buildings, all these are too. These are not considered cells yet either, so I still have to do that. But this wing here is going to be accessible to all of them. Here we go. And actually, I think after I make them cells, the permissions and stuff will change. So I'll go padded cell, and we'll just do this, and then we'll do this and this. Ooh, what? That was weird. It just kind of like forbid me to click on that spot. There we go, and there we go, and there we go. So let's see what our cell capacity is after this, huh? That'll be fun. See if we get that cell block E all taken care of here. We should have a 500 prisoner capacity after this, I believe. Or rather, more than 500, but maybe not. We'll see. Maybe I didn't count correctly. There we go. And 481, and very, very close. Oh, so very, very close. Oh, you know what? I also need to mark these as cells. That's why they're not being transferred. They're not actually cells yet. Now they are. Okay, so now they have the entire wing marked this way. Yep. All of this is marked as it should be. Excellent. We have infirmaries. We have the laundry, which now needs the baskets. So we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 baskets. All the way down like this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Made a little T. Still have to get this part done. They're still installing the chairs. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. Guys. Oh, no. What's the button right here? This one. Get in here. Wow, he is going to kill a whole lot of people with this, including maybe my dog. Oh, dogs are going after him now. Oh, boy. Okay, tell you what. Let's try this. We're going to go bang up. Insane. Everyone go back to your cells. Oh, man. So, people are not being paid enough again. I've had 22 people die now because they're violent. So we'll raise their pay by 10%. Ugh. This is going to get expensive. So now they're start going up. Yep, staff morale is increasing again. All right. All right, so we need to move everybody over. So we are going to transfer. In the middle of the day may not be the best time to do it, but Yeah, let's see. So during the nighttime, orderlies are to be in this wing. And I want like, yeah, probably 20 of them in this wing during the schedule 3. Same thing with over here. We'll get 20 of them in this wing minimum. We can have, you know, maybe some wandering around over here or something if we need to, but remember, they're gonna have a different regime than everyone else. At least they were. I could actually give them the exact same regime now. I mean, they're basically on the same regime anyway, so okay. 5, we'll have, let's say 9 in here, 9 in here, and then we'll get a whole bunch of them to be in here. I also would like to have this be insane sec only. There we go. And I would like to have orderlies positioned for schedule 6. We need them positioned in here. Okay. For this, this is the red zone where they're all eating. I'd like all hands on deck in here, and maybe even a couple out here just to hang out. We'll also go ahead and just have a few hang out in the cell blocks anyway, because you never know. And that's kind of it. Then during this period, which is where the free time is, we need a mixture. So we'll need to have probably, I don't know, let's say 10 in here, 10 in here. And then we'll go with, we'll switch all these to padded solitary and stuff as well. This is a staff only zone right there. Come on, that's staff only. There we go. And nope, that's not it. There we go. And we're back. Okay. Assign orderlies, schedule 5. Yeah, so 10 in here, 10 in here. This is kind of a neutral zone, so we'll say 6 in here. Most prisoners will likely... What? Oh, no way. Oh. I didn't put the doors in. Whoops. Door there. And door there. And then also we want the servos to be in here as well. Make that a priority. Make that a priority. Okay, good. And then now that we have all of that done, go ahead and stop the bang up. Let them back out if they'd like. But we're going to take deployment. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to, I think, start doing this wing by wing. We'll start removing the cells, I think, wing by wing. It's probably the better way to do it. So let's say that these are no longer cells, and neither are these. We could just do the whole thing. It's not that much trouble for them to be escorted away, right? I mean, we need the warden, the orderlies and stuff needs to be over here anyway, so we'll take away all their cells. We're going to ditch this visitation area. Basically going to just ditch all of this stuff, really. So we just ditch all of it. It's unmarked, right? The psychologist offices, psychiatrist offices all get unmarked. And now these guys are left going, dude, where do I go? Which is fine, because we're going to transfer them all the way over to here. So orderlies should get on moving the prisoners to new cells. They should anyway, I believe, be escorted. Maybe it's not a sure thing. Yeah, there they go. So one by one, they're going to start getting escorted to new cells. That's what we need them to be. All go to the new cells. And there we go. Make sure this isn't marked as any cells. No cells here. No cells here. Okay. So this transfer is starting now. They'll get brought over here. And these cameras, I have them connected already. They just have to be on that monitor. So some of these cameras are working, as you can see, but some of them are not. And all of our CCTV monitors are all set up in here. I also have a couple of phone taps, which I'm going to connect. So we'll get some seats in here for some more guards. I think I'm going to hire some more guards because we're about to bring in a lot more staff. So let's go with, I don't know, let's say 20 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. 20 more guards, and then let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm out of money. I did not see that coming. Did you see that coming? Being out of money? I didn't even see it coming. Increase. I want to hire more. Staff, orderlies. I'm not entirely sure how many I need, so we'll just go with this many for now and see how that goes. Okay, so that's where the staff is going to be. Now, for the deployment screen, I need to make sure that the orderlies don't get themselves in this area. So I need them to be unstaffed from here. Kind of during all scheduled times. So that they're not over here anymore. There we go. Just kind of, yep, there we go. And is that all of them? I think that's everybody. Okay. Cool. So all the orderlies are now hanging out over here, which is where there should be. Everybody should be here. What's this? No canteens. Okay, so the thing is, for Supermax, they don't need canteens, okay? They're going to have the food delivered to them directly. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to food management real quick here. Food distribution. And I think, I don't know if it'll let me do this. I think I can do this, right? No? No. Okay, let's tell you what. Then what we'll have to do is we'll say that you go here. Well, I can't, though, because I don't want them out. These guys are not supposed to be out. They're supposed to stay in their cells. So I guess I have to get them in here, right? I'll have to just do it at different times, but I can get them in here and watch over the area. But I want them to be actually have all their stuff delivered to them specifically. So I probably will try to lock them down. But it looks like for food distribution's sake, I have to do this. I don't actually remember how I used to do this. So we'll go like that. And then I don't believe death row will even need this, but I'm going to make cells, of course, all through here and all through here. And then we can adjust things as we go. Apparently I didn't count correctly. 445. Oh, you know what it was? Is because these cells got, okay, relabeled as, okay. So what I need to do now is go in and I need to mark them as cells, but I don't want them to be like padded cells. They're just gonna be normal cells, just enough to where this grant will trigger, because they should have been cells already. This may actually not be enough. I think I'm short. I didn't count correctly. I think. This is 487. Oh. How did I mess that up? 493? Wait, maybe it's still counting up. 493. Come on. You guys count as cells, right? Yeah, you have to. I don't think they do because this isn't a canteen anymore, right? Yeah, they don't. I miscounted by like 7 cells. All right. Well, tell you what. We'll turn this area really quick. We're gonna have to turn this area maybe into like a big dorm or something. So these guys are all moving around. You know, honestly, I don't really need the money because I'm gonna intake a whole lot of prisoners. So what I should do is just come over here. Criminally insane. There are 100 available. And all I want you to do is take the maximum that I can, all available. So we'll take 100 criminally insane inmates. They're all going to get over here. They're all going to get processed in this tiny little reception room. And then they'll be moved over here. Oh, joy. Maybe I should have a different reception room. We don't normally do giant intakes like this, though, right? This is like a niche situation, if you will, because normally it's just a steady stream of prisoners. All right, go. You're taking up all the time. Get out of here. No, you have to stop for garbage, I know. I really do wish they would use both lanes. But it's fine. Emergency services has to have a lane, I guess. All right, it's late at night. Got the exports and stuff going out. And we also have our first bus of prisoners coming in. There's 8 on this bus. 8 on this bus. We got 100 prisoners being brought in today. So I'm going to make sure that these vehicles get the heck out of the way so we can start bringing them in. There we go. All right, so this little sound is going to be going on for a while, but we're bringing in a lot of money here. Intake for criminally insane is very is very good. We really like that a lot. So we need more psychiatrists, looks like, as well. I do have 2, so we're going to have to get a few more. There's already one in that office. We'll have one in that office, and then we got 2 over there, so I guess we'll do a 3rd one there. And I believe that's all of them, yeah. So looks like this one's going to go this way, and this one's going to come down here, but that's cool. So we have 6 psychiatrists now. So with the regime changing for criminally insane, we have very limited time for programs. I'd like to increase this. I feel like we're going to need to. So I'm going to increase this to be like this. So there's extra time for all of the programs and stuff that we'd like for them to do. And so it's going to end up being like, let's say, where's the schedule? Programs. There it is. It's just one of the, my brain doesn't work. That's the way it is. We're going to say foundation. I want 2 more of these. Make sure that they're in these rooms. Yep. And then I also want psychiatric consultations. We need to start more of these. So we're just going to hit this button a whole bunch of times here. And yeah, they're 150 per session. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 per time slot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we want to have more... Right now, each office does 3 per day. I think that's probably good. Probably more than good for what we need anyway, but okay. And you can see that they're all being brought into their cells where they're all supposed to go. Once these fences are in place, which isn't the case yet, but once these fences are in place, I'm also going to put in, since these are guard fences, right? Guard gates, whatever you want to call them. That's intentional. I want these to be just a tad bit more secure. I'm going to put in the servos on it, though, to help with this, because right now it's pretty tough for these guys to get through here. I'm also going to persistently, all the time, assign 2 guards to be in here, 2 guards to be in here. We'll have 2 guards in each of these. Let's go 3 in each of these rooms. We'll also have 1 in here, and we're also going to need a whole bunch in this joint area here. As soon as this stuff gets installed, it's like it's not quite closed off yet because of this part here. So we'll go ahead and grab doors, and we'll say solitary. We'll put it, gotta have to be on this side. So we'll say there, with the fence being there and there. Okay. So this is essentially what we're trying to do here is close these cells off. So this area is like, here we go. Yep. This is the problem. He doesn't have any, he doesn't have any. Oh no. Get him. Shoot him with it. There it is. All right. Now, these guys are on permanent lockdown all the time. Okay. So this is permanent lockdown constantly on all Supermax prisoners. And I also need to get the snipers and stuff set up too. But here we have parole rooms. Parole hearings happening. Okay. I should have 3 Supermax prisoners. I'm not sure where they are. There should be 3 of them. Malone has still not been taken to a cell. You're unconscious, and you are way over here for some reason. That's not supposed to happen. So now what I want to do is I want to get, let's say, yeah, see, they're not marked as what they need to be marked as. So let's make this area staff only for a while. Just to kind of lock it down so we can make a change. We can make changes to it. So we shouldn't have anybody in here. This is a completely locked down area now. Shouldn't have anybody getting in here. We have a couple of prisoners that need to be moved. I'm going to go ahead and end their punishment because I think it's because there's no solitary over there yet. So these guys need to be moved to their proper cells. I'm just going to put them somewhere, get them over here. So we need these marked as solitary. So we'll say padded solitary cell. There we go. And there we go. And then over here should have more. This isn't done yet. Okay. At least we have some padded solitary though. Okay, so it looks to me like we've got a hot water issue. The pipe hasn't quite been installed all the way over there where it needs to be. You missed a spot there, it looks like. And then this whole area here is also not connected. So we'll have to get that connected up like that too. And then all the way up this way, which is going to be hard to... Maybe this. See if that works. It's possible I'll have to come from a different direction, or maybe, I don't know, move. I might move the hot water boiler over here and then have this pipe go that way, and then this can provide that direction and up this way. That might be the answer. All right, did you really not? Oh, son of a gun. I put it had to happen anyway. There's radiators in the cells, and I just didn't put the hot water in for the showers. There we go. You see how much micromanagement there is for this? You're making a big addition to your prison, and all one big go. There's just so many little details like this that you'll overlook, and got to get them all in. All right. I think this is pretty good. So that's 100 more in addition to what we had before. There's now over 100 more criminally insane prisoners have been brought in. We're up to 333,000. I can at least pay that loan off now. There's no reason to keep it. Unfortunately, didn't get to 500. Miscounted by 7. Yikes. So the good news is this section here is going to get ripped apart, and it's going to be a lot more room for more cells for medium. And when I do that, I should be able to get those extra 7 cells in, because I don't need to, I don't need to have this visitation. I can go ahead and have this be regular medium. I don't need to have these psychiatrist offices anymore, so those can be medium. These don't have to be solitary, etc. So, okay, so these guys are going to take a break in here. Oh, good, because they're staff only. So they're like, hey, man, yeah, I can totally just use the solitary cells as a break room. Good for you. Okay. So I'm going to rip this whole thing up. We're just going to do this by demolishing the walls from here all the way over to here. Now, do I want to do that, or do I just leave them as cells? They're already kind of built. I could leave them. I could. Is it the best as far as spacing goes and having all the cells put in? I wouldn't say it's bad. We definitely don't need this anymore, so I can get rid of all of this, and probably can ditch that. Can probably ditch that. Can tear this wall down. We can dismantle all of these objects. They won't be needed anymore. Same thing with that door, this door. I think probably the bird nests can go, or the bird cages. They can most likely go, and I'll just sell them, get some money back for them. Although, I think there were some cells up here that had them, right? Did I put bird's nest, or was it something else? Oh, it was a sink. Yeah, we're replacing the sinks. Replace the bird nest with the sinks. Or bird cages, whatever. I mean, like, the pet birds, they gotta go. So we'll get all of these things marked to dismantle. There we go. I can dismantle this stuff. This can be turned into cells now. I'll just demolish these 2 walls. Get rid of this wall. Get rid of this wall. Also that one, and no, that one can stay. Yep. We'll go ahead and dismantle all of this stuff. And that. And these 2 things. And I might leave this as a common room. It doesn't look that bad. The visitation can go, for sure. We can turn this into cells maybe even. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Hot water boiler's going to stay. Get rid of the water cooler. So we're just like basically just ripping everything apart, right? And tearing it down and replacing it with other better things, like cells. So I'll work on that too. And it looks to me like, you know, hey, we got, there's a whole lot of white shirts over here roaming around. Let's make sure our rights and stuff are looking good. This is a staff only. No, it's not. This is a staff only zone. This is an insane sec only zone. Insane sec only zone. There we go. And then this is a staff only area too. Okay, so down here, what we want to have, what we want to see is doors. I want double doors. Put in right here. Double doors? How about we make a big jail door instead? Big jail door here. And we'll do a big jail door over here. And we'll have this be rigged up to the door servos as well. I think it's going to open the other direction, doesn't it? By default, does it open to the left or to the right? Don't know. We'll take a guess and say that it's just this way. Okay. We also have 2 doors here, which is kind of strange. We'll dismantle that. I thought this door was like an extra, like it was just hanging out, but it doesn't appear that way. Looks like we have deliveries here. I'm gonna get rid of that delivery zone. Deliveries are clearly on the other side. Yep, all the way through here. That's where deliveries are. We can also now, I think, take away this, dismantle that, and I think we'll dismantle this too. So we're gonna make them use the bridges, and then all we need now at that point is we need the guard posts. So let's get the guard tower. Put 1 guard tower here. I thought we would anyway. There we go. Put 1 guard tower over here. There we go. We'll put another guard tower right here so they can see down this pathway. I want to do the same thing over here. We're also going to want to... Well, I actually have to move this. Yeah, I have to move this light. It's not in the right spot. Go here. Well, it's supposed to be facing into the cell block, though, so maybe it is in the right spot. Maybe it was in the right spot the whole time, and I'm just not in the right spot. Yeah, no, I mean, I want it to be... This can move forward to be closer, I guess. That's against the wall. I can't rotate the guard towers. I think that's the problem here. Guard tower. Hello? G? U? No? Guard tower. Here it is. So I kind of want to place this right on top of this. And so in order to do that, I'm going to need to... Well... I mean, you could probably see from here, right? See down that pathway from here? No, I think you need to be right up on this. Let's get that moved. And then we'll put the guard tower right next to this. Which kind of means that there's no door. At least there's no way for that door to work there, but we'll see if this helps. I don't know if it will, but we'll see if that helps. So get those guard towers situated there, there, and there. That's where the snipers will go. And we'll just make sure that we have an adequate number of snipers. We're making enough money where we can afford that much staff, so we got plenty of staff to handle this. It doesn't look like this camera is going to work where it is. It says build more CCTV monitors, but I thought I had this connected. I guess I didn't. This one has 8 connections already. This one has 8, 8, 8, and 4. So you're going to be this one. And then if I put cameras in the common rooms, then I can have 2 more on there. That will make 7 total. And then might be a good idea to actually have cameras in here instead. Yeah, let's put the cameras in here instead. CCTV. We will put that right here, let's say. And then also flip it around and put it right there. Okay, we want visitation, right? That's what we're doing here. Visitation. Visitation. We go like this. We go, and like this. Okay. Then we want the visitation tables, the visitor tables. We just go that, 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 that. I don't know if that's... There's not enough room like that. Let's try it like this instead. You kind of want to have space between them, right? Doesn't that look better if you have space between them? Usually. Not sure it's required. Here, we'll go like this then. Yeah, something like this. Why is this not cooperating with me? Maybe in the center? Maybe in the center is better. I doubt we're going to be able to use this many tables at a time, but it's possible, I guess. Yeah. And then we'll just have these two be on the side here, and then maybe we'll do one table like this and one table like this. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Same thing over here. We can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, and then all on the bottom. Well, that's not a bad idea. Why not just arrange them all like this? Looks pretty organized, actually. I like it. Let's do that instead. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it would skip a few. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then along the back side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch these around like that. All right, there you go. Visitation. So once they get on that, we'll have visitation for all of these prisoners too. Okay, then. I think that's probably going to wrap it up for today's video. It's pretty long. I think we did an okay job here. We got snipers inside the area, holding down, getting suppression. We've got people who are moving through here. One thing I do need to do just to make sure is to get this connected to the door servos there, there, and there, and then also here, here, and here. So there's a completely separate door controller for this area. And I thought I had... Nope, this one. All right, there we go. I thought I had missed one, and I did. There you go. Okay, so this place is all set up and ready to go. I can bring in more prisoners now if I want to. And so the next video, I think, is going to be all about kind of remaking this area, bringing in more of these guys, and then just making sure that we're stable. Because, you know, you bring in a huge swarm of prisoners. You bring in like 200 more prisoners, and the way your staff has to move around and the distribution of resources and personnel, it all changes. And, you know, we might also have to look at our power grid as well, since all this stuff is on. So, I mean, we are overproducing by quite a bit, and that is cool. I'd like to see these meters. Yep. We are definitely overdoing power right now, which is fantastic. It allows us to make sure that we can export the maximum every single day. We also, I'm seeing some little gaps up here. How long has this existed? Has this always been going like this? Huh? Wait, can you show me the other pipes? Yeah. Weird. Also, another thing that's weird. Why is all this shared? Because I opened this up, that's why. So, yeah, Supermax prisoners should not be in here. That's the reason why they're not being taken to their proper cell block right now, is because they are... yeah, so I need to fix this. Let me get on that. I'll do that. We'll come back for the next one, and we're going to fix this whole area, okay? See you next time. Bye-bye.